Hi everyone, wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom Umvorach. This week's Parashat Noach, we read about a flood that nearly destroyed all of humanity, except for one man, Noach, and his wife, and his 3 sons and their wives. And the Parashat begins, Ele Toledot Noach. These are the children of Noach. And you would expect it to say, Shem, Ham, and Yafet. Those were his 3 kids. And yet it doesn't say that. Instead, it tells us about Noach. Noach was a tzaddik, tamim. He was a great guy in his generation. And the commentaries wonder, why does Torah not tell us about his kids? But I think the Torah is teaching us an amazing lesson about being a father, about being a parent. And that is that actually, if you want to know about Noach's kids, first the Torah is saying, let me tell you about Noach. Because being a parent is about being actually the best version of ourselves. So many times we focus on what we say and what we preach, but we have to remember that actually actions speak much louder than words. And we could say what we want, but our kids are watching us, our kids are observing us. And more than what we say is who we are, is what we do. If we want our kids to be respectful, we have to make sure that we are respectful, whether it's to our spouse or to the waitress or to the housekeeper or to whoever we meet. If we want our kids to watch their language, we have to make sure that we're watching our language. If we want our kids to stop wasting time on their phone, we have to remember that actually, when we come home, a lot of times our kids, they only see an hour of us. They don't see us at work. They don't see us learning in the synagogue or praying or what we do. They see us for 1 hour. What are we doing in that 1 hour? Because really, that's the only thing that they're going to have about us to learn from. And we have to make sure to remember that our children are watching us and they're observing us. And Torah says, before I tell you about Noach's kids, first let me tell you about Noach, because that's much more important. And parenting ultimately is about being the best version of ourselves. This past week was the Yortzeit, the 10th year of Hacham Ovadia Yosef, Alav Shalom, who was a giant, one of the greatest that we'll ever see in our lifetime. And they once asked his son, who was the chief rabbi, Rav Yitzchak Yosef, they say, how is it that all of you and your siblings, all of the boys, you all came out scholars, Talmidei Chachamim, rabbis? What did your father do? What did you read at bedtime? What did he put in your food, in your bottles, to make sure that you all came out such righteous scholars? And the chief rabbi, Rav Yitzchak Yosef, smiled and he said, actually, our father never told us a word. We just saw how much he loved learning. And on our own, we wanted to do the same. My friends, we have to remember that children don't obey. They emulate. May we be zocheh, may we merit to be the best version of ourselves. This way we can prepare the road for our children to help them reach their potential. Shabbat Shalom.